for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
It is time to kick off the 10-race Target Series Season number 10 chase as we head for our first chase race of the season at Vermont for the running of the Bass Pro Shops 300. Very interesting 1.5 miler to kick off the chase. The 05 of Andrew Bean on pole for today's race, outside second the 52 of Jay Renner, barely missed out on making it into the postseason. Then third place it's Riley's Brew, to fourth place Bronson Minnick. Our highest starting chaser is fifth place Matthews Wilson, the man who made it on a tiebreaker for the second wildcard spot. Then starting in sixth, the 88 of Jennifer Buford. Seventh place, Jonathan Raines comes in as the highest chase seed. Then eighth place, Jeff Bright right behind his teammate. In ninth place, we have Cole Luigi, ranking off the top 10, Nonigan Scott in the 16. Back behind for the rest of the field, Marshall Burrow, one of the wildcard spots. Inside of him, the 43 of Leon Campana. Then the third seed, Brett Sierra. And the fourth seed, the 41 of Alex Fletcher. Then there's Keegan Thompson, 11, and Danny Lloyd, the 38, a pair of chasers down there. Then there's Trey Rainey and the 99 of Justin Zidell, with Eli Bright in the 1 and the 62 of Oliver Evans, along with Freddie Soto in the 17 and the 34 of Jack Canaramo. Then we have Jonathan Buford and John Smith, two more chasers. Buford comes in one of the highest seeds, the 5th seed. Then there's Jake Gow with the 18 and the 29 of Kashawn Richardson, along with the 40 of Edwin Mendez and the 01 of Zachary DeLello. Then there's Tyler Fink, the 27, and the 31 of Anthony Hernandez. Then we have 23 of Alex Reynolds and the 25 of Carson Bowers. Then there's Luke Ray in the 22 and the 24 of Nathan Green, one of our other chasers. Then there's Adam McDowell, the driver who raced his way in with a win at Atlanta, Evan Hunter, the 28. Then our second seed, Landon Lyons, starting the lowest of any chaser, Casey Nack with the 66 to his outside. And it's a Roush final row, Jack Marshall and the 6 of Sebastian Kukulan, rounding out the 40-car starting grid. There's our starting lineup. Let's go on track time, fire these engines up for our first chase race of season number 10.
Drivers, start your engines!
40 engines fired up for the first chase race of the season at a unique 1.5 mile racetrack, the Vermont International Speedway. Mention how unique it is. The front straight is a straightaway. Normally we see a tri-oval in it. The tri-oval is actually in the back stretch, so kind of swapping those positions there. And through 3 and 4, the top side works better than the bottom, but through turns 1, 2, you're going to want to be on the bottom. The top side does not work well there at all. 32 laps in the first chase race of the Target Series, season number 10. Front 4 starters non-chaser to highest starting chaser, 5th place Mathis Wells. Pace car in, here we go, green flag in the chase. Bronson makes it 12, skirts the wall a little bit there up top, 3 wide, he drops back. Few cars to break away. Andrew Bean leads the first lap from pole. Spraytube second, Wells third, Rando and Raines are the top 5. 3 wide behind them to the corner. Leon Capine makes a move on Jennifer Buford and Cole Luigi. Here comes Sierra and Lloyd. 2 chasers trying to get up to the front of the pack for some points. Down the back, here comes Wells at chaser for a second on Riley. Spraytube looking to try and get far away from the other chasers back behind. They've raced their way off turf for the first time at full speed. Wells looking low on Bean for the lead as the 05 gets around the top off turn number 4. Spraytube pushing them through. Bean clear. Wells now to second. Here comes fellow chaser Raines through to third. And Jonathan looks for the lead now. Here comes Cole Luigi into the battle. Brett Sear clearing Jennifer Buford right there to move a spot closer to the front. Campana in between he and Luigi. Raines low on Spraytube as Wells rides in second, looking to get to Andrew Bean. Does not get through 3 and 4 well. Here comes Raines on the inside with a nice run down the straightaway. Back to the line. Side by side for a second between 2 chasers. Andrew Bean out in front. Wells slams the door shut on the 87, or on the 02 of Jonathan Raines. And in behind Andrew Bean. Rando now to 4th as Spiritu falls back on the outside to 5th and now 6th as Campana moves around. Here comes Sierra to put him back to 7th, and Jeff Reaver might put Spiritu back to 8th. Rando now for 3rd, 3 wide behind them. Danny Lloyd up top, Eli Bryant in the middle, down low it's Freddie Soto. 3 wide. That's for 12th, off to turn 1. Danny Lloyd, chaser up top, does not want to be there. He'll back out of it and drop back a few positions because of it. Andrew Meek continues to lead. Mathis Wells in 2nd. 3rd place is Jonathan Raines trying to clear off Jay Rando. The 52 though gets down low. 3 wide for Spiritu. Sierra through the middle, gets a nice run. Has a great momentum boost down the straightaway. That was the best thing Sierra could have asked for, to get put in the middle of 3 through 3 and 4. That's the lane that gets the most momentum when you're in that position. He'll move to 4th by Jonathan Raines through turns 1 and 2. He's now our 2nd highest chaser, just behind Mathis Wells, who's right now in 2nd. Sierra's in 4th. Campana moves to 5th. Seidel up inside the top 10. Luigi and Eli Bright trying to get on Jennifer Beeford. Move to the inside. 33 drives low in the 88 as they race through 3 and 4. The 88 slides up. 33 gets a nice bomb lane. Jennifer will keep that spot. They're single file through most of the field. Look at Sierra looking low on Randall right here as Randall looked low on Wells. The 87 though fends off the 52. Sierra's moving to 3rd. And he's bringing Campana with them. Now he's looking for 2nd on Wells. He has a nice run to the inside. Down the backstretch. Can he complete the pass through turns 3 and 4? Jay Randall looks to split the middle of the 87 and the 98. Thought better of it. Brett Sierra for 2nd on Wells, and for the highest chaser points, he'll get to P2. He's now our highest chaser currently, but Wells fight back in the outside to run on the top. He's getting a good push as well from the 52 of Rando. Couldn't clear the 98. Sierra keeps it to the inside, and Brett Sierra trying to clear. Wells still hanging tough on the outside, not letting that 98 clear him. He's being a nuisance right now to Brett Sierra. Sierra's like, I just want to clear, I want to get up to this 05. See right there, Wells did not get through 3 and 4 well at all. Brett Sierra is finally clear in the 2nd position. He has a run to Andrew Bean now for the lead. Down the front straightaway, side by side. Sierra to the inside of Andrew Bean. Our first challenge for Bean here today. And it's Brett Sierra moving by. 1/4 down. Andrew Bean's passed by Brett Sierra. Now Brett Sierra to the top spot in the Bass Pro Shops for their first chase race of the season. For 2nd, Jay Randall moving by Andrew Bean. The 05 starting to fall back. Here comes Raines for 3rd, a chaser. Zedel to 99. Colucci to 33. Bean back to 4th. Raines to 3rd. Rando 2nd. Down the straightaway. See Raines looking on Rando there. Didn't have the run to make it work. The 52 can get down in line in front of the 02 and have a shot now at the 98. A great run through turns 1 2 for Jay Rando. Right to the back of the 98 Sierra. He's looking out of line. He's going to make the move. Will it work for him? Rando inside of Brett Sierra. 98 outside. 52 inside. Side by side as they come off turn 4. Back to the start-finish line. Rando on the inside. Can't get beneath the 98. Sierra keeps the lead for now. He holds tough on the outside. Rando now trying to get a run back. Raines from 3rd slid up. Justin Zidell to the inside to get by as there's a huge split in the pack. So right there, Jonathan Beefer, and then back to 13th place, Carson Bowers. So either something happened to where they got 3 wide and slowed each other down, or that just kind of happened. You see Marshall Burrow a little bit off the pace in the 4th position. Front 3, lined up single files. Brett Sierra leading. Jay Rando, Justin Zidell. Battle for 4th. Jonathan Raines clears Mathis Wells, who had a swing at the 02, but could not make contact. Jennifer Beeford, the Campana riding here. Here comes Colucci and Riley Spiritu. 3 wide with Andrew Bean in the outside lane. Eli Bright, and here comes Jonathan Beeford, winner of the truck race yesterday here at Vermont. Looking to get his 2nd straight win at this racetrack. Looking for another Target Series win. It would be huge for his chase chance. He's right now leading the truck points with that win. Looking to try and do the same here in the Target Series. 20 laps to go in the Bass Pro Shops 300. Jay Rando pressuring Brett Sierra through turns 1 and 2 and moves to the inside. Rando beside Brett Sierra as they go down the backstretch. How about some 3 wide action back behind them for 3rd? Mathis Wells making a move on Jonathan Raines and Justin Zidell. Raines cuts him off right there. Rando and Sierra are side by side. Here comes Raines in the middle of it. They'll get side by side. Does Raines look 3 wide for the race lead? He does! Jonathan Raines had the run to make it 3 wide for the top spot. Through turns 1 and 2, Jonathan Raines and Jay Rando now side by side. Rando, the move on the middle lane, will clear the 02. What a great run for Jay Rando there. Easily away to the front. And now Sierra up top 3 wide has to get down line at some point. He can't be up top 3 wide. That's the That's the spot where you just keep falling back, and he finds a hole in front of Riley Spridge, actually getting a nice run to Zidell here to the inside. Battle for second, the highest chaser points. Mathis Wells beneath Jonathan Rains. Right here, battle for 12 points versus 11 points. Wells moves by for 12, Rains back to 11 points. And now 3 wide. Beeford middle lane, downloads Leon Campana. Up top is the driver who came as the number 1 seed, Jonathan Rains. As now Rains on the shoe of what Brett Sear was just a lap ago. He's dropping back now, trying to get in line from Andrew Bean. The 05 lets him in. Up at the front, 2 cars break away. Rando and Wells. Wells over the back of Jay Rando as they race off to turn number 1. He's looking, he has a run off turn 2. Can he make it work on the inside? He'll stay behind him for now as they race down the backstretch. He'll jump low at the last second entering turn 3. Will it work through turns 3 and 4 on the inside for him? I don't think it will. Randall's going to get a nice run there on the top side. He'll pull away now. Now the rest of the field will have a shot to get closer. See Bean and Sierra side by side right here as Brett looks to the inside. That's for 6th. Brett Sierra keeps it beneath the 05. A battle for 6th. Brett Sierra to that spot over Andrew Bean on the outside, who drops back a little right there. Campana now for 4th on Jennifer Beeford. Jumping out of line. Can Jennifer clear that 43 about Brett Sierra down low, 3 wide looking. Gonna force her way to the inside of the 43, trying to get by the 05 again and the 43. They are 3 wide. That's for 5th. Sierra moving out. No draft. He's got to give up that spot to the 43, possibly the 05 as well. He can fight back beneath the 05. Here comes Sprout to make it 3 wide. Riley Sprout to make a big move. Not in the chase. Has 2 wins this season. Looking for a 3rd here today in Vermont. Now if Rains can't complete this pass on Mathis Wells, the A7 again. Nice run on the top here. Watch this. Rotation for the A7. But he didn't get it right there. Couldn't get back into the gas, and now Rains back beneath. He will clear in corner exit, but I thought he was going to have a run at Jay Rando for the lead, but it just didn't work out for him. Beeford might get to 3rd right here with that run. Jennifer Beeford makes the outside work. She gets a spot off the top of turns 3 and 4. Now she's inside of Wells for 2nd. How about Jennifer Beeford? Trying to shove the chaser type here, make it a non-chaser show at the front of the field. 3 of the top 5 non-chasers, Jay Rando, Jennifer Beeford, and Leon Campana. For Rando, he missed out on the chase. And a tiebreaker with that man, Mathis Wells, who drops back on the outside. 13 laps to go in the Bass Pro Shops 300 at Vermont. Jonathan Rains now highest chasers for the lead. Jennifer Beeford gonna make it work this time. She's back out front. But Rando still hanging tough on the outside. There comes Brett Sierra back there, looking 3 wide it looks like. It's on Campana and Jonathan Rains, but up at the front, they're side by side. Beeford inside, Rando outside. Jay Rando trying to use the outside. Beeford trying to use the inside. Back behind them. Campana clears in the middle. Jonathan Rains falling back. Now Brett Sierra highest chaser points. Side by side to lead the 20th lap of the Bass Pro Shops 300. Jennifer Beeford gets on the inside. And with these two being side by side for a full lap straight, Luke Rennie mechanical issues puts him off the lead lap. Leon Campana's a run for 2nd. And that's a heartbreak for Luke Rennie. Again, he's had so many issues mechanically on that race car. And it's shown as Marshall Burrow's a little bit off the pace, and I think that split the pack up even more now with the 22 having his issues. Yeah, you can see how the pack's kind of split up now. So not many cars have gotten away from it. For the lead, Leon Campana on Jennifer Beeford, so another swing for the race lead. Jennifer has it, 11 to go. Campana takes it. Andrew Bean coming back, the 05R pole sitter. Moving down to the inside and by. Here comes Jay Randall, the 52, the 98, Brett Sierra. Sierra down to the inside. Through turns 3 and 4. Rotates well on the inside. Brandon will take 4th away. He might have a say in winning this race. 10 laps to go. Leon Campana, Andrew Bean, Jeff Beeford. 3 non-chasers lead the way. How about that? Rando crossover on Brett Sierra. Jay Rando saying, I may have missed out on the chase in a tiebreaker, but I'm showing that I deserve to be here. And now Rain's going to put Sierra up top 3 wide. Sierra did that a few laps to go, but Rain's going to have to run to make it work. Now for the race lead, Andrew Bean on Leon Campana into the 3rd and 4th corners. Side by side, Bean will take it easily off Leon Campana. Did not get a great run on the top of 3 and 4 at all for the 43. Sierra trying to push him through. 9 laps to go. Andrew Bean now out front. Buford 2nd. Here comes Rando and Jonathan Rains on the inside. Jay Rando for 2nd again. Spray team, and how about Edwin Mendez coming to the front? 2 of the 3 two-time winners this season are up in this front pack. Sierra looking to split to the middle. You don't want to be up top 3 wide. You want to be in the middle 3 wide because that's the lane that gets the runs on corner exit. Watch him pass a few cars right here. What a great run for Brett Sierra. Down now behind Jonathan Rains, pushing that 0-2. Maybe trying to worry him to death. 3 wide at the last second for Sierra. For third. That's a chaser in the middle. It's a chaser battle right now at the front for third and fourth. Sierra to third. Rains back to fourth. Comes Spurley Tube and Trey Rainey on the inside. Fourthly, Jay Randall and Andrew Bean. Intense racing at the front of the field in our first chase race of the season. Non-chaser Jay Randall leads it. Here comes Brett Sierra, highest chaser, looking for a second on the 05 of Bean. Back to the start-finish line. 7 laps of racing remains here in Vermont. Our first chase race of the season. Randall wide through turns 1 2. Sierra also wide. Spurgeon will run to the inside. Sierra with a run to the outside of Rando. Spurgeon might get to the race lead with this big push. How about Trey Rainey 3 wide? For the top spot. Spurgeon in the middle lane, the preferred lane. Spurley Tube. Can he clear? Can Trey Rainey keep it beneath? 6 laps to go in Vermont. Riley Spurley Tube leads it. Trey Rainey fights for second. Now Spurley Tube wide. Here comes Trey to the inside. Side by side again for the top spot. Trey Rainey inside Riley Spurley Tube this time. What great racing at the front of the field. And still 5 to go to the start-finish line. Now it's Trey Rainey out in front of the race. How about Rains fighting to second? Andrew Bean still fighting the outside. Eli Bryant, Carson Bowers are in a 3x3 mess back behind the race leaders. 5 laps to go. Yellow flag would end it. Eli Bryant to third. Should be fourth. Here comes Carson Bowers to the inside. Zidell with them. Capana splits to the middle of the 40 and the 9-9. Mathis Wells and Jonathan Beeford starting to come forward. Wells was up front, then fell back. Now starting to make his way back to the front when it counts most. 4 laps to go for Trey Rainey, but Rains in hot pursuit in second. Rains now out of line. 4 laps to go. Can Trey Rainey fend them off? The chasers are hoping so. They don't want Rains to get back to the points lead, which he's had for most, if not all, this season. He's dominated the Target Series season. And now with the points reset, the chasers were hoping that this would be a way to close in and make sure he doesn't have that points lead. He's trying to make sure he gets it back here today. See, the pack is split a little right there. 3 laps to go. Jonathan Rains to the outside. Andrew Bean to the inside. Bean is there. He'll get it. Andrew Bean out in front. He's pulled away a little bit too as well. Can they make that ground up? I believe Rains is the only chaser up in this lead draft. 10th on back where most of the chasers are, like Wells and Sierra, Jonathan Beeford, Keegan Thompson, Lloyd. So, I mean, that's Rains has a lot going for him there. He can try and go win this unless that pack gets caught up. So Andrew Bean leads, but Bowers has a run from the outside lane. 2 laps remain in Vermont. Bowers looking low. He has a run still. It's a momentum-based racetrack. You have that run. It lasts for about half a lap. White flag this time by. 4 non-chasers to settle it. Andrew Bean, Carson Bowers, Justin Zidell, and Edwin Mendez. Race through turns 3 and 4. Zidell's got a nice run on the outside here. We'll see what he can do with it. Off the 4th corner. Zidell cuts to the inside. Here is the white flag. The bell lap. Can Andrew Bean hold on? Can Bowers or Zidell try and find a way around? Bean up the racetrack a little right there. Bowers kind of follows him. Off 2 for the final time. Do they have a run for Andrew Bean? It's got to do Bonza right here. Can Bowers do it? He's closed in on the back of the 05. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Bean slides a little wide. Bowers trying to hug that white line. They race off turn 4 for the final time. The checkered flag is waving. Andrew Bean will strike first in the chase. The non-chaser wins in Vermont. Rains the highest chaser. Sierra the second highest chaser. They finish out just at the edge of the top 10. Andrew Bean wins the day in Vermont. Non-chaser strike first as they win the first chase race of the Target Series season number 10. Let's go see the finish results in the chase standings after a crazy first chase race in Vermont. Here are the finish results from a crazy first chase race of the season, the Bass Pro Shops 300 at the Vermont International Speedway. No caution flags today in this race, and 10 lead changes, 8 drivers out front today in the first chase race of the season. Andrew Bean, non-chaser, started on pole and struck first here today. He wins the day out, leading 13 and 32 laps most anyone. So max points day for Andrew Bean, even though it doesn't matter for him at this stage. Still nice to be dominant like that in a race. Carson Bowers ends up in second, looked for some sort of run on that last lap, never had it. Third place for Justin Zidell, 4th place Edwin Mendez, and Leon Capana runs at the top 5 in the 43. 6th place to Jennifer Beeford, 7th place to Trey Rainey, 8th place Eli Bright. Kind of funny how they finished back-to-back on their 3-year anniversary of their first major conflict. 9th place to Jonathan Rains. That's our highest finishing chaser. So the top 8 were non-chasers here today. Our highest chaser, 9th place Jonathan Rains, came as the number 1 seed and leaves the first race as number 1 in points. So Jonathan Rains doing his job. Running out the top 10, Brett Sierra came as the 3rd seed. He'll leave 2nd in the point standings, 1 point behind the points leader. 11th place to Mathis Wells, so 3 chasers right there. 12th place for Jay Randall, 13th Keegan Thompson, 14th Riley Spraytube, and 15th place to Jonathan Beeford. Kodalucci 16th, 17th for Jeff Bright, 18th Danny Lloyd, 19th Oliver Evans, running out the top 20, Noggin Scott in the 16. Obviously, the pack got split a little bit there with some early issues with cars getting into the wall, and obviously Luke Rainey had to come down pit road for whatever reason it was. He fell 5 laps down. That definitely split the pack up. See, the intervals there definitely get a lot bigger. Especially if we go down here below the top 20. You can see right there from 20th down to 21st, there was a big interval there, so obviously something happened with Luke Rainey and happened in the middle of the pack for him to split the pack up, with Fletcher getting 21st, Hunter 22nd, DeLello 23rd, 24th Nathan Green, 25th Anthony Nance. They have Jack Henrell, Jake Galloway, Alex Reynolds, Kashawn Richardson, Jack Marshall, Landon Lyons, Bronson Minnick, Sebastian Kukulon, Adam McDowell, Casey Nacko, Tyler Fink, Freddie Soto, and our 2 lowest chasers, John Smith and Marsha Burrow. Burrow obviously some issues on the 89, he was off pace as well, and Luke Rainey 5 laps down whatever issue it was on the 22 car. Look at the right side for the point standings, how they all finished. No one won, no chaser won here today, so they didn't get the extra bonus points for winning. So it's right now Jonathan Rains, Brett Sierra, Mathis Wells, Keegan Thompson, along with Jonathan Beeford, then Danny Lloyd, Alex Fletcher, Evan Hunter, Nathan Green, Landon Lyons, and John Smith and Marsha Burrow round up the points field. So for the drivers who didn't finish well here today, they still know that they have 9 races remaining. They used up a mulligan. You can normally get 2 or 3 mulligans in this type of chase format. So they just know that if they go out next race, do well, they could have a shot to try and get back to the points lead, because it's still within a race of the points lead if you finish down at the bottom of the points here in race number 1 of the chase. So our second race of the chase, we stay in the Northeast. We're going to go racing at the road course, Watkins Glen, the Aquafina 200. I will see you guys then.